Hey guys, I'm gonna be showing you the new champion Quinn. Gonna run over each of her abilities real fast just to give you an idea of what she's gonna be like when she gets released. This is currently on the beta client. First off, we're gonna have the Harrier ability, which is Quinn's passive. Valor, which is her hawk, as you can see right there, is gonna periodically mark a target as vulnerable for 4.5 seconds, and the first attack against the vulnerable target will deal bonus damage as well as 0.5 of your bonus AD. So I'm going to be going over here and you're going to see that I'm going to mark the Corki. And mark targets actually apply vision to it, so even if they walk into a brush, you'll still get vision of them for the 4.5 seconds that it lasts for. Now, Quinn's Q is going to be Blinding Assault. Valor basically flies in a line and strikes the first enemy in its path, and then all enemies nearby will be dealt the base damage plus the bonus AD and blind them for 1.5 seconds. There you go. As you can see, you see the blind being applied. And Quinn's W is going to be Heightened Senses. Basically, attacking a vulnerable target will increase Quinn's attack speed by 25%, so they'll have to have been marked. And then you automatically get it right there, and you can see the passive apply to my buff bar. And the active ability on Heightened Senses actually sends out a little pulse, and it gives you vision in an area for 2 seconds. Pretty nice. It also gives you vision inside brushes, which once again is really nice. Vault is going to be a dash. This is a fairly weird ability, but basically you dash to an enemy, apply damage, and then jump backwards to your auto attack range. What this does, it also applies Heightened Senses to our Harrier to the enemy, making them vulnerable, which will increase your attack speed. So your passive normally doesn't proc all the time, but using your E guarantees that it'll apply the Harrier passive to them. Now, Quinn's ultimate is really interesting. It turns her into a hawk, which is basically Valor. And in this form, you actually gain 80% movement speed. So let's say you're gonna solo lane and you want to roam. You can just move around really fast in between lanes. 80%, that's pretty sick. In addition, it's gonna be like Nidalee and Jace, where you get a new set of abilities. It's more or less gonna be the same as your regular one, but slightly modified. I can't actually show it to you now because the ability doesn't last that long, but as you can see, the difference would be Blinding Assault is going to perform the same attack as it does over here, only instead of shooting off a projectile, it's going to do it at the location where you're at. I should mention that Valor is a melee form, so you're ranged when you're in your Quinn form, but once you use your ultimate, you're going to be a melee champion. The W passive, instead of attacking a vulnerable target, you're going to gain 50% attack speed standard. And you'll also get the reveal. That's there. Vault is the same thing, but since you're a melee champion, you're not going to leap back, so you're basically going to jump to them, and you're going to be on top of them instead of leaping back for a range. And then Sky Strike, as you saw at the very end over there, either when the ultimate wears off or when you reactivate the ability, it's going to fire a bunch of arrows, like basically a hail of arrows around yourself. And what this does is it has a base damage and a maximum damage based on missing health. So think of it like Riven's ultimate, which I forgot what it's called, Wind Slash or something. Basically it does more damage the lower health people are. And that's pretty much a rundown of what she does. I'm just going to give you the taunt. I'm going to go through the different stuff. Not bad.
I'd keep my head down if I were you.
Alright, I'm just going to show you guys what the ultimate looks like since it's coming back up. Turn into bird form. Q's at my location. W gives vision. E is going to put me in melee form. And then You see I gained a lot of increased attack speed. Then I pop out and I fire a hail of arrows. Really cool stuff. Her abilities are really fun to use. They feel really smooth. And I'm just going to show you guys the recall animation.
We're in this together.
Sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy her when she gets released.